Here we go. This is like picking up dropped stitches with a bunch of fucking lunatics. I just had a shower and I went on a real fucking guilt trip. Somebody said, "She's your fucking daughter, Elizabeth Woolridge Grant." I don't think you're my daughter, but you know, if you are, you need to tell me because before this thing gets too serious. Well, what the fuck? I mean, even if you are, and it does get too serious, that whole dysgenics thing is only because communities are locked down. Because economics locks people into their village, and it just wasn't an issue before. Before we had names, you know. That's why it's important not to forget your name. Fucking hell! And if there is anyone who in Hollywood who's my daughter, it's Billie Eilish. The first time I saw her, I thought, my God, Hillary Nicholson, what the hell have you been up to? Is she our daughter? Because Hillary Nicholson's a wicked little witch, and she and her blonde friend, what was her name? Lucy? No. Lucy? Well, we went up to their room. I was in love with Jessica Ferguson, really. I was sick for Jessica Ferguson. And we went up to her room in the old postern at Dartington. Her room is above the front door. Was above the front door. I hope you're not still living there. And her father had this flat next door. Her father was a Cambridge Trinity fellow of Trinity who'd studied something to do with quantum chemistry and stuff. And her mother was American. And her mother and her father had some massive split, and she'd lived with her mother for a long time, and then divorced her mother and went to live with her father, and he's Brian Nicholson, and he went off and started farming mushrooms in Cornwall. Anyway, so these two, they got hold of it. I rolled a joint. I don't think they knew how to roll joints, but they had some hash or something, and we rolled this joint and smoked, and they ripped my fucking clothes off and put me in bed, and I was out of it. I hate that fucking stuff. And actually all the time I was just thinking about Jessica, and I really wasn't interested, but it did not go well, and I got into a lot of witchy shit for that, because for at least a year afterwards I felt Hillary, well, she was in my head like you don't know what, man. That chick is dangerous. But she's lovely. And we were writing really well together for a little while, and then everything went wrong when I wrote her that lambda calculus description. I really liked that lambda calculus description. So there's something going on there. But I can't pick up all my stitches, Elizabeth. I can't pick up all my stitches if I'm being fucking tortured. I know I'm not being tortured. All I'm feeling is what some other people are feeling somewhere, but sometimes it feels like torture. Yeah, most of the time it feels like torture. Because most of the time, most people are being tortured. And we got to stop. We got to start living like human beings, not like fucking... Not even animals live like this. This is so fucking sick, it's not true. And let's sort it out, okay? That's to everybody, not Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you're great. Really, I don't think you're my daughter. But, you know, tell me. I'd expect my daughter to be slightly weirder looking. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Fuck, I'm shutting up now.